Are you an indie artist? Do you enjoy creating? Would you like to hear tips and advice that could help you elevate your career? If so, tune in to Surviving as an Indie Artist podcast. The link for the show will be posted in the description box. Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? It's your girl Ray Cole. I just wanted to come on and talk about the P. Diddy and Mase situation. So if you guys heard about it, it was a few weeks back. I guess Puff Daddy made a speech at the Grammys or directed toward like the higher ups of the Grammys, pretty much expressing how, indie artists, we take our work seriously and that he feels that, black work may be underappreciated. And in response to that, Mase wrote an open letter pretty much saying, well, if you feel that way, then why don't you give me the masters to my music? Which I definitely can see his point. I'm going to play devil's advocate here a bit. Like, I don't want to take one side over the other. And the reason is sometimes artists, especially when we're young, somebody flashed a few dollars in our face and we're like, what do I need to sign? And we may not, have somebody read over it or the proper legal people read over it. And we just go for it because it's money and, it's your dream. And it's like, okay. But, there's like separate types of contracts, right? Like somebody can just get you to do work for hire. Okay. Meaning like pretty much once you do this, I own it. I don't have to give you no more money later on. You just out of there if money's made later on. And, of course, there are other contracts where, you can put in your terms or what you may want. But I think what it is sometimes, artists, we have to realize everybody's not going to want you to be a part of the project for the long run. They may just need whatever they need. And if you're okay with that, that's fine, right? But you just have to realize that's the contract you sign. However, if you're not okay with it, don't sign the contract or don't agree to do work for hire if you know, okay, I'm only going to get a few dollars off of this. Because some people may, come back to you and be like, hey, I made some money, or they want to include you in on the money-making process, but that's not going to be the case with everybody. So just, I would say, be careful, look for free legal services if you can't afford to have a lawyer read over your contract. The one in St. Louis, I believe, is the VLAA, the Volunteer Lawyer Association. Don't quote me quite yet, but I know the acronym is VLAA. I plan on kind of getting deeper into what they provide. I've actually used their services before. I had a contract that I kind of needed them to read over and interpret it. So if you don't have a lot of money, they're willing to work for you in St. Louis. And if you're not from St. Louis, or the St. Louis metropolitan area, Google free legal assistance for musicians or artists or whatever it is your craft, or just free legal services, and see what you can get. You may have to come out of pocket something, but that's just a part of being an indie artist. But yeah, I guess if you look at it morally, some people may feel like, go and sell him his rights or whatever. If you look at it from the business perspective, you're like, well, you should have read over what you signed. So it just depends on how your mind works, because artists, a lot of times we work based off of our feelings. And we tend to forget that it is a business and that, certain business minds do not care about feelings. They do not care what you feel, what you think, what you wish, what you hope. They're just here to make that money. So, I think going into it, if everybody's not trying to make money as an artist, some people just do it for the love of it. But if you want to make money off of it, one thing I definitely wish I would have known to do was, read, look stuff up, find out how things operate, and I think it's a little bit more simpler than we all realize. I think we kind of get used to thinking everything has to be complex and difficult and over the top. A contract can be, me and you type this up. This is what you want. This is what I want. This is what we agree to. Let's go get it notarized. You can get it notarized at the city hall for free. a contract can be through email. It just has to be that everybody is on the same page. And I would say when you're starting a project, you want to talk about a contract like straight out the gate, or let the person know, these are my intentions. This is what I want with the song. This is the part that I worked on. This is the part that you worked on. Your work for hire, or whatever the case may be. This is the percentage that we're going to do, because sometimes later on, people may feel like, oh, well, I feel like I deserve X, Y, Z. And it's like, well, I don't feel you deserve X, Y, Z. So just to avoid controversy and confusion, you have to work with people that's on the same page, and you have to know what you want and be willing to speak up if it's something that you don't agree with. And sometimes you might have to lose out on an opportunity. If a person only wants to hire you to, play the piano on a song, but they're like, this is all I want you for, that's it. If you agree to do that, remember, you agreed to do it. In the long run, it may seem like, well, man, that ain't really fair. But just remember, you agreed to do that. So that's my takeaways from the whole Mase and Puff Daddy situation, or P. Diddy. He changed his name a few times. I hope that they're willing to come to some resolve, though, because I just remember young Mase and him and Ed, I don't know what they want from me. Like, that was my stuff. So, I just hope that they're able to make something happen with that. All right, everybody, have a peaceful and productive day. Also, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my content, to my channels. I really would appreciate it. Trying to get my following up. Thank you so much. Have a good one.